This week on the Hearts of Gold podcast, I got to sit down with Dan Evers from the Rainforest Art Project. It was such an inspiring conversation. I got goosebumps multiple times throughout our conversation. It was so fun and inspiring for me to sit down with another creative artist who's also has been really successful in business. And so I learned so much from him. I was inspired from him. It was so exciting to just listen to his story and how he got into this rainforest arts project of making mosaics and impacting our community. So as you can tell, I'm still excited and riding high from our conversation. I can't wait for you to listen in this week on the Hearts of Gold podcast.
Just really a heart of gold.
I mean, she's tough, but she has a heart of gold.
I'm a problem solver and I have a heart of gold. Thank you, James.
See, ladies, a heart of gold.
But I know you have a heart of gold and have done many good deeds.
You've been most helpful.
Yeah, that's me. Heart of gold.
You have a heart of gold.
18 karat.
Hello and welcome to the Hearts of Gold podcast. I am so excited that you tuned in today because today's guest is none other than the Dan Evers from the Rainforest Arts Project. And I'm so excited for you to learn about this whole operation that you have going and to learn a little bit more and what you're doing in the community, how it's bringing people together and really having quite an impact on the communities everywhere you are. So thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure being here, Erin. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you. Well, I would love kind of to start. I love talking about people's golden beginnings. Everything has all the little segments are related to like the gold rush era. I've tried to resist it for a long time, but we are the gold rush region up here in this area, and it is California after all. So golden beginnings. How are you? Where did you grow up? Where are you?
Grew up in San Diego.
San Diego. Oh,
sunshine,
wow.
Beaches, body surfing every day I could.
Go home. Bye. See ya. Oh my goodness, San Diego. That's like we have some relatives that live down there.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's gorgeous. It's like I don't. Like you don't want too many people to know about it because you just kind of keep it to yourselves. But so San Diego, amazing, by the water, all of those things. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you were down there for how long? Did you go to school down there? Did you, how did that?
I did. I went to junior college in San Diego, and then I joined the Coast Guard for 4 years and then returned and went to San Diego State when I returned.
Okay. That makes sense to be in the Coast Guard when you're in San Diego. I feel like that's, yeah. I went to a wedding once. It was near Point Loma University. And we always joked that those people or all the students there, like they don't know suffering.
No. We're not famous for it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So you grew up down in San Diego. How did you end up here, like in Oroville, Butte County? What?
I had an epiphany one day, and I wanted to be an architect, and then I wanted to do a few other things, so I kept changing my major, and then I finally decided that the thing that really brought me a lot of joy was working in my dad's wood shop. I was very fortunate to have a wood shop in the backyard.
Oh my goodness.
So I was able to work with my hands. My mother was an artist, so we did artwork and crafts all my life.
Oh, wow.
And I decided there's nothing that's going to bring me more pleasure than working with my hands. So I found a town that I could move to that had a college where I could get my GI Bill, and that was Chico. Sight unseen, moved up here with my dog and started a business in a 2-car garage.
Oh my goodness! Moved it with your dog. What was the dog's name?
Maybelline. And best friend.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that business grew up. It was called Feather River Wood and Glass Company, and we manufactured doors and millwork products that ended up going all over the country. Eventually, we had factories in Louisville, Kentucky, one in Durham, one in Chico, and another one in Mexico. So we'd grown quite a bit from scratch
Oh my
over
goodness.
the course of, 20, 30 years, 7 years.
Wow. And so you came up to Chico then. When was that? What time?
1971.
Okay. Okay. So kind of been up here for a while, and then we're up here and then went back down to
Then
San
I went
Diego?
back down. Yeah,
Okay.
that was an interesting transition. I thought doing the doors and the woodworking and the manufacturing is the only career I'd ever had, and I had the opportunity to work with youth groups when I was living in San Diego.
Oh, wow.
And going to school down there.
Okay.
And so I go, that was so satisfying. And I go, what do they need? Because the government spends a lot of money to try and improve communities, and the kids just there's no respect for it. And I thought, what's the cause of that? And it evolved into this theory that it's because they didn't take ownership or pride in it, and that if they participated in the creation of the improvements of their communities, that they would really take a lot of ownership and pride in it. So that idea came to me as a little spark, and it grew and grew. And here I am in a successful business. I'm going, there's no way I can get out of this. But that idea would not go away. And I go, well, am I a one-trick pony, or can I start over again and develop this idea? So the idea was to have the kids involved in doing art for their bus stop shelters, for their, everyone being uniquely identifying their little communities so that it would have a real strong identity.
Yeah.
And benches and things like that, public works. So
community spaces, areas.
Parks, libraries. So we went down, and I moved back to San Diego, sold the business in 2000. Moved back to San Diego and just started working. I bought a building down there in the middle of the barrio.
Okay.
And started working to help the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh. So you're in San Diego. I'm like listening to your story. I'm like, oh my goodness, because you grew up with parents who were. I mean, you say you were crafting all this time, but then you also have this business mindset, which I think is like very two different sides of your brain, which is, I don't know if that happens all the time.
It's a learned experience. I never took any business courses, so I ended up reading a lot of books and studying and mentoring under some very, smart people.
Yeah, I'm a reader too, so I'm like, ooh, what books you need to have? You have, your top 3. I'd be interested in hearing your business books Well,
the go-to ones are the Ken Blanchard books, the 1 Minute Manager and stuff like that. And I ended up working for the Blanchard companies and doing all their awards, which I got into to kind of subsidize our work with the community, because that's obviously started off pretty slow. So I had to have some irons in the fire, and that was one of them.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So you're down there, you're doing this kind of passion project, or project that you're like, I don't know why I'm doing it. I just feel like I need to do this. You're starting to get around with kids in the community. And then, but you're here in Oroville. How did you get from San Diego once again back up here?
The program had grown a lot, and we started serving schools all over, and we also write curriculum that teachers use in schools.
Oh, wow.
Art curriculum that connects them with history and science and math and so on.
Very cool.
And Tim Taylor, the county superintendent of schools here, had heard about us, and him and a couple of the local principals came to our studio down in San Diego and saw what we were doing and said, what will it take to get you to come to Butte County? And I said, well, I don't really, I was a little overwhelmed by the thought of that.
Yeah.
But then probably a year later, in 2018, after the fire, he called me up again and says, you've got to get up here. And so we came up and started working with the Kids in Paradise to help with the trauma, using art with trauma. We had a lot of experience doing that, working within hospitals. We work at Rady Children's Hospital. We work with Kaiser Permanente Hospital and so on.
Doing these art
projects for the kids. Actually, in some of like transforming the entire pediatric wards with mosaic and stained glass and things like that.
Oh, wow. Because it's not, maybe we should kind of go put a halt for a second, because share with us about Rainforest Arts Project. So this isn't just like an art, like it's a very specific type of art, right? That you do with the Rainforest Art Project, or do you do different?
Well, let me backtrack a little bit. The name
Yeah.
started when the Optimist Club in San Diego called me up and wanted me to work with the kids to create a small mosaic mural in their hospital, in their pediatric ward with cancer patients, pediatric cancer patients. So I went into the hospital and it was gray and ugly and dismal, and I go, man,
depressing.
this is horrible. So I joined the Society of Arts and Healthcare and learned about the direct connection between healing and surroundings and creative activities.
Yeah.
And so I said, this is crazy. You can't use the same formula here, all these grays and bland colors, just because it's convenient for you. And so we lobbied and got some very important political figures involved in it. And we lobbied to the point where the Kaiser gave in, and so we designed the entire wing with every room after a different animal. And my idea was that we needed a theme that was colorful and abundant and exciting for the kids, and something they could identify with and relate to.
Yeah.
So we used the rainforest, and that's when we named it the Rainforest Art Project.
Oh, I love that.
So it started at Kaiser Permanente Zion Hospital in San Diego.
Wow.
And that concept has grown. We worked with Rady's Children's Hospital. We started programs with the San Diego Zoo, where we took kids to the zoo and used that as part of the healing protocol.
What?
And that is still going. It's been funded in perpetuity by a generous anonymous donor.
Wow.
And so that's still going, and that's Saturday trips with all these kids, pediatric cancer patients going to the zoo. That program's been going for probably 22 years now.
My God. And you had...
We started it.
You started it.
We started it. We set up the whole thing.
Wild.
And, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was very challenging at first to say, do I have the confidence and the substance to go in and deal in these very traumatic situations? And so I was a little bit standoffish at first, but once I got engaged and got to know the kids especially, and start working with the art and see the effect that it had on their whole family. And that's where you learn about art and trauma, because the main thing is that people that are experienced great trauma, and this is all very well documented.
Yes.
Art is one of the few things that gets their mind off of that and gets them thinking, in a different space, and it's very therapeutic. Yeah,
and not only that, but and I haven't done a ton of research, but from the stuff that I have, but it gets it out of here and helps process it and create something beautiful.
It's now acknowledged as part of the healing protocol as much as medication. So it's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Very healing.
Oh my gosh. And you have such a big part in that. I'm like, sorry, I'm just, see, I did I went onto the websites and I did a little bit of reading and all of these things. I'm just like, it's just so different to talk to you and to hear it. This is really, really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. And so I love hearing about that just how you got the name, how you came up with the name. So are those rooms still standing? Or?
No, unfortunately, they moved some of the art to a new hospital.
Okay.
But that hospital was very old and ultimately got demolished.
Oh.
It was there for 15 years,
But they saved the art.
Yes, they saved the art.
Okay, good.
And then, and we did the pediatric, the garden outside of NICU at Rady Children's Hospital also. And then we worked some with Hospital Central California in Merced.
Yeah. So. Gosh, I didn't realize how it's so interesting. Well, a lot of my brain, my neurons are firing right now. I'm get really excited when I hear people that are super passionate about what they do, because we have a lot of viewers that are still in high school maybe, and they may not even know what they're going to do, or even probably more than that, they don't think that they may be sitting on an idea or something that they're passionate about, but they're like, that could never happen, or that might not be for me. And you are a testament to that you had this idea, and look how far the branches have spread now. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it. So
yeah, it's not easy, but it is incredibly fulfilling, and it takes a willingness to make sacrifices to have a dream that's so strong that's what keeps your focus and direction.
Yeah, I love that. We're gonna get back into that and all of Rainforest Arts Project and what kind of projects recently have been unveiled. But I do want to kind of talk about a hidden gem of yours. If do you have since you kind of have your feet in both, you're very you're a San Diego local too, but then also now have been up here in Butte County for a long time. Are there any hidden gems in either place, I guess, that not enough people know about? Or maybe you don't want them to know about it.
No. I'm a big Scotty's fan. Can't wait for him to open up again out at the river.
Okay.
But I think the Sacramento River, I take my kayak down it with friends, and I just love it. It's a wilderness that most people aren't. There's hardly anybody on it when I go, unless it's fishing season.
Okay.
And I always see bald eagles and otters and things that people don't even realize are around here. So that's a lovely, lovely sanctuary.
Yeah. Do you like to go in the morning or evening? What's your preferred time of day?
Oh, well, when I kayak, I start early.
Oh, okay. I'm not really a kayaker, so I don't know what is the optimum.
It's easy. It's easy. You should try.
Okay. We did get a inflatable kayak once. It lasted a season.
Yeah.
The kids had a little too much fun with it. I love that. Yeah. So, okay. Sacramento River. So I like to kind of get into your business nugget, and you're the perfect one, I think, to talk to, because you are such a business person. What is kind of your elevator pitch? Like, if you could give a summary of what you do, like if you were to talk to someone who has no idea what the Rainforest Arts Project is, what would be your snippet?
Yeah, need a slow elevator in a tall building.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
No.
Go for it.
It helped for me to be a very troubled child, and that had no academically very poor, no sports, very uncoordinated, but I could work with my hands. I'd found something. So I thought, I'm not the only one out there like this, and that it really struggles and has struggled with it. Eventually, I gained confidence, but it was all done through my craft, through being able to create and build things.
Yeah.
And so that's giving kids the opportunity for self-discovery. Our schools there's no department of inspiration in our schools. So, it's scores, it's reading scores, it's math scores.
Sure.
But when you just address those things in a mechanical way and leave out the spiritual side of it, it's body, mind, and spirit. And if the kids aren't being nourished through creativity, then they're not leading a full life and won't have really an opportunity to lead a real high quality of life.
And fulfilling.
It's biblical. It's Old Testament. Body, mind, and spirit. You've got to have all of those.
Okay. You brought up some OT. We can get into that a little bit if we want. Sorry, OT is Old Testament.
Oh,
it's like, my husband.
I thought it was overtime.
No, overtime. Ooh, I'll take that too. No, I love it. It's so. See, now you got me. I'm like, okay, let me adjust to my chair. It is so true. I didn't grow up. I'm not a sports person. I did tennis for like 3 weeks, And it was
Yeah.
like, but I was in the band. So actually James and we met in the marching band. And
great.
so, it's that old band camp joke, but he was at Oroville High School. I was at Las Plumas High School, but the band is combined. It still is. So I grew up, I was always in band. I was in drama, acting, did a lot of, my grandmother, we had Grandma Sue's sewing class on Tuesdays, and we would go and do crafts and sewing and all sorts of things. And now my daughter, I have to try so hard not to get upset because her room is a disaster. Sorry, Junia, she can't watch, but it's just full of arts and crafts and beads and paint and everything everywhere. And it makes me now feel a certain way, but I have to tell myself, it's okay. This is creativity. This is, I don't want to squash it because I know how important it is, how much it does make us feel fulfilled in our life. It does help us feel connected to something bigger than ourselves. When we're creating, we're making like biblical references. If we are made in the image of God, then it's God's creator, right? Like, I don't know. I always think of we're creating things.
We see that every day. And there's a zone when you're working in. The reason we gravitated towards mosaics is because so many people can participate in it. So we literally, like on the wall here on Table Mountain Boulevard, we had like over 2,000 people over a period of 3 years participate in it.
Oh my gosh.
So every one of them can not only
Yes.
take great pride in that, but it's the process of working down at brushstrokes on Saturdays and working with or the festivals that we work with, and just watching the families put one piece on after the other and get into this zone. And it is just this marvelous space where all the other clutter goes away.
Yeah.
And I've, suffered from a lot of clutter in my life, a lot of things that happen and, but when you get engaged in your art, it's just a peace.
Yes.
It's a different kind of peace.
Yes. And if I can be really transparent with you. So we participated. So I had my friend, Misty Rayom, who is art teacher at Oroville High School. And she had one of the mosaics in her classroom. And then she brought it to our church, and we were able to participate in that way. And I shared this with her. I was like, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can. I don't know. It was a lot. It felt like a lot. It's like to sit down. It's like doing a puzzle, kind of. You're like, I know I'm going to be here a while. Can I really allow myself to sit and get engrossed in this project? But I tell you, she had it at her house on New Year's Eve. And then when we did it at the church, and I got so, like what you were saying, started putting a piece here, started putting a piece, and pretty soon it was like 4 hours had passed, and I didn't know where, it was like a weird time thing happened.
It's the bliss zone.
Yeah. Or what are they, like the flow state, or it was amazing. My brain it was just focused on this one thing.
Peace.
Piece by piece, peace and peace.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was lovely. And so what you guys are doing with the mosaics, it's the greatest thrill of my life, is sharing it with everybody, And, I can tell. I love
it is just thrilling. And to see these projects, and then like we have projects as far away as Washington, D.C., and I see them over there, you see what the kids are doing there. And we've done ministries where I've had people go to Haiti and to Tanzania and we provide the art supplies and stuff and do it. And so the same thing there, is all these kids getting together and sharing this creative experience.
Well, and not only that, but too, going back to what your ultimate mission was, or the vision was to have kids take ownership of their own community. And I tell you, when we drive by now, like my kids they'll be like, oh, there's the one we did. Like, cause we're driving down the hill and there's how many, there's 60, 50? 60 different panels. And they know right where the one that we worked on is. They're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's just so lovely. It's so cool. We could just keep talking, but that's what we're here for, because we want to hear about all of it. Which you kind of shared a little bit as we kind of get into deeper mining of the heart a little bit. I think you did share some of why you chose this work, because you wanted to work with your hands.
It's when you're a craftsman, after a while, like in my former business, you have to be really versatile. There's all kinds of things. I even created some of our own manufacturing equipment because,
wow.
You have to always be pushing, and there's always a problem that you got to solve. And so the mosaic obviously is one of the greatest, participation art projects that you can possibly have. So being able to engage everybody and moving in the same direction.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. So you actually you created some like tools. What did you say?
Yeah.
What was the
Equipment.
word? Equipment. Yeah.
We had a machine shop, and we welded a lot of our equipment together and stuff to overcome certain problems. So, but when you get going, and even now, when you come to visit us, if you do in Chico, we got very exciting, different tools that we're beginning to work with. In San Diego, we have water jet machines, for instance, that spit out water at 40,000 PSI, and it can actually cut glass into shapes that you could never cut by hand.
With water?
Yeah, with water. It's got abrasive in it.
Wow.
And then we have big printers that can do layouts on full-size walls, and then we mosaic over, so it makes it easier for kids in the far, distant areas where we can't really be holding their hand a lot. They see the colors and they know better how to do it.
I love it. And you kind of set them up in a way so that they can feel empowered, feel prepared to do all that. That is so cool. What is it about the mosaics as an art form?
Well, I love the glass medium, for one thing. I had a studio for a long time next to Orient and Flume Art Glass, my good friends Dave and Sherry Hopper.
Okay.
And it was eye-opening. So it was part of a whole crafts movement in the 70s that was phenomenal and very unique to Chico. There were so many different types of craft and woodworkers and
I know Orient and Flume
and glass blowing and stuff. Wow. So I kind of became part of that cult and
movement.
Okay, and and then traveling in Europe, you'd see these gorgeous mosaics and saying, "Wow, I wonder if I could do that." It's just beautiful stuff, and to be able to create, any image, either a personal image, an animal image, a landscape, be able to do that in mosaic, and I thought. It's joyful, to see the end product too. Wow, that is fabulous.
Yeah, and knowing that, even just working on the one panel, it was like there's a point when you're like, is this really gonna, like, you have to step back every once in a while and be like, oh no, there isn't it. I can see the bigger picture, but when you're like right there working on it, it's like, is this really gonna turn out to be what what it is?
There's no real quick way of doing it. You have to be patient.
Piece by piece.
Piece by piece. You got to take your time. You cannot force this process. And I think when people walk up and down Table Mountain Boulevard, I watch them all the time now. They're really noticing all the detail that goes in there. Literally tens of thousands of pieces coming together to create these beautiful
amazing.
Mosaics, and virtually done the same way they were done 2,000 years ago. Great mosaics of Pompeii, and then later in Verano and in Italy. Yeah.
See, that is where I lack as far as like arts history and just even context of that. Now I need to do some more research on these. The just being, this is an art form that has been around for millennia.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because a lot of the canvases that were painted in the first civilization, Mesopotamia, and then in early Italian and stuff, the canvases have all been lost because they just won't last the test of time. Whereas the mosaics have survived in Pompeii and in Vesuvius, and through all these disasters, and they're discovering histories and biblical histories and so on that, by the way, align perfectly with the Bible.
Wow!
But now they're finding evidence based in old mosaics that they're uncovering throughout the Holy Lands.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so and just how art is almost like just a language. It's something that we all understand, I think, as humans through time.
And the durability of it is a huge factor, whereas a painted mural will last, starts to fade virtually instantly. And it only has, a lifespan, if it's in the sun, of maybe 10 years at the most. These will last virtually forever.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so excited to keep talking more about all things Rainforest Arts Project, but we are going to take a minute to hear a word from our sponsors of this podcast. And before we do that, if you wouldn't mind sending this to somebody who you think would enjoy this episode, we are always trying to get the word out that we're doing this fun podcast, super positive podcast. Also, if you could like and subscribe, that's the cringy thing that I say that my kids that are like, oh, Mom, you just asked people to like and subscribe. Yeah. We did. So take a minute to do that, and we will be right back after these messages. This week's episode is sponsored in part by Miller Glass Company. For generations, Miller Glass has proudly served Butte County with multiple locations and expert service you can count on. From auto glass repair and replacement to residential windows, showers, and custom glass to commercial storefronts and safety glass, Miller Glass does it all. And if you've been around here for a while, then you probably remember the Glass Man and that famous local jingle, "He'll fix it fast, man." That same hometown commitment is still going strong today. Call Miller Glass at the number listed below or visit their website, www.millerglass.com. And be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Miller Glass Incorporated. Thank you so much. This episode is brought to you by Aaron Lackey Photography. That's me. I'm the photographer. This is my studio. We have a studio here in downtown Orville, and I love photographing families, high school seniors, and pets. And you know what is right around the corner? The holidays. You're going to want to have somebody document those memories for you. Do you have a kid who's missing their front teeth? Now's the time to get them in for a portrait session. Do you have maybe a tween who is gawky and awkward? That phase doesn't last that long. You're gonna wanna have them in to have that documented. Even though they may not want to, you're gonna want to. What about a high school senior who's getting ready to graduate in 2026? You're gonna wanna have them come in and we can have a consultation and we can talk about all the amazing things that we can do for your high school senior to make their year the best. Maybe you have a family and you haven't had portraits for, 5-10 years, maybe never. I have clients that have never had a family portrait. Come, let's talk. Let's have a conversation and we can plan where these portraits will live in your home. Last thing, if you are a business owner, maybe you're a professional. Maybe you haven't had a business portrait or a headshot or some branding images for a while. Let's talk. We can make that happen for you so you have amazing portraits to put online for your social media, all of those things. I can't wait to talk to you and we can have a conversation and see what that will look like. Ultimately, it was hard to get me on this podcast. I was very busy. This is a busy time of year. And so, they're lucky that I said yes to come on and be an advertising business. There's other businesses that really wanted this spot, but I took it from them. So maybe you'll be the next one to advertise here. Okay, back to the episode. And we're back, and we are here with the amazing Dan Evers from the Rainforest Arts Project. And we're heading into the segment called Fool's Gold, which I like to talk and kind of ask questions in this segment about any challenges or any kind of lessons learned either in your personal life, business life, as it pertains to the Rainforest Arts Project. Feel free to go as deep as you want or deflect altogether.
Life is episodic.
Yes.
And as you get older, you go through phases, and some are, you feel like you perform pretty well at. Others you don't want to even remember.
Sure.
You know, but
Yep.
When you're in business, it gives you a sense of purpose, and you have this vision that you keep in front of you, and you've got to hold that vision. It's got to be so clear in your mind. And whatever trauma or whatever issues that you have in your life, if that's clear enough, you know, then that is the pathway. There's no guarantees of success, but there's guaranteed failure if you don't hold on to that vision.
Ooh, speak of failure. I imagine that with a project that's grown to be as successful, as influential, as impactful as this project, I imagine were maybe some failures along the way. did you get, or, you know, was it all just sunny and roses and sunshine?
We lost money year after year, and so we got involved in a lot of other types of things. We've making awards, sculpture awards, and we also do just public art. We do bronze sculpture. We do wood and a whole bunch of other things. But it was always as a means to the end, to the higher calling, but we've had to do a lot of different things to try and make money and struggle. So it's been a phenomenal struggle. I don't really want to go there with a lot of it, but the thing that's most inspiring that keeps us going is that I work with the most remarkable people that I've ever met. And from our team down in San Diego to our team up here, Leanna Lunsford and Jojo Loretti, Maya Owen, the people that we work directly with in our studio. And also that is another connection of that's the greatest pleasure that I have, is that sense of teamwork and moving forward towards a common goal and having people embrace your vision.
Yeah.
And so it's not just mine now. It's a collective vision. I'm getting goosebumps again because thinking back, there's always the rent to pay, right? There's always bills that got to be paid. I think about that sometimes with with photography business. There's things that they're not my passion to photograph. Like I do a lot of business portraits. I'm good at them. They're not, I'm decent, people ask me a lot if I do landscape portraiture. Sure. But it's not really what I'm passionate about, but those things pay the bills. Sure.
So I have a question, and feel free to answer this or not. This one is not on here, but I'm thinking back to those students, to high schoolers, to people who might even be graduating, or maybe they've recently graduated. They're thinking about something like that, like they're sitting on an idea. And yes, failure, I think, right, is a part of it. How do you not let that get you down when you fail? Because it's not a question of if, right? It's like you will, there's certain things, there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be struggles. You're going to ask for a grant and you're going to get rejected. Like what from your experience, and I feel like you may have some good input on this. What keeps you going in those moments?
Well, I tell kids that there's as many different kinds of intelligence as there are stars in the sky. And I said, don't worry if you're not good at the testing, because there's something that you're good at. And when you find something that you feel you're comfortable with, then you move forward in it and you study it and read it and really do your due diligence just to go out and say, oh, I want to do this, half-heartedly without studying it or really giving it an opportunity to see what you like. I was so blessed because I had the opportunity to work with my hands growing up. And so that was the perfect segue into my first business.
Yeah.
And really had no experience in mosaic going the second one, but it's something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
And you got to be willing to make sacrifices. So if business isn't for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, I think that and I kind of alluded that too is like such a unique, I think, combination to have. I mean, not only that artistic, being able, an artist, to work with your hands, to have that vision, to create a piece, but then also to be able to fund it and sustain it. Like that's wild to me that you have both sides of your brain working in that way.
One side's happier than the other.
Well, truth to that. I know. I always, like, if I could just create images all day of all the things and not have to worry about the marketing and the networking meetings and the blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know. There's some things that come more naturally to me that are fine, but I could see how that one side would be happier than the other. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, we're going to head into a super fun round. This is called the Gold Rush round. Gold Rush. I need a jingle right here. But basically, this is a rapid fire round. This is an opportunity for you to plug some of your favorite places, locations in Butte County, or in San Diego, in that area too. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to say, what is the best blank? And you just, the first thing that comes to your mind. All right?
Holy mackerel.
I know. No pressure. All the pressure.
I would say Whiskey Town.
Whiskey Town. Okay. Best place? Whiskey Town. Where is Whiskey Town?
It's west of Redding.
Okay. All right. I think I see it on the map. I just don't. I'm always like, oh, that looks like a fun place.
Yeah.
Okay. Best coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee and you have all of this energy and passion and drive?
That's why I don't. I'll roast the circuits. No.
You'll just go, vroom. Oh, that's amazing.
You don't want to see me on coffee.
I love. What about tea? Are you herbal tea drinker?
I do herbal calming tea.
Okay.
I start out my day with it.
Okay. Have you ever had Bengal spice tea by Celestial Seasonings?
No.
That's my favorite. It has like chicory and it's like cinnamon. It's kind of like a chai. Okay, tea drinker. Got it. What about best tacos?
Oh man. Okay, Jalisco. Jalisco down on 5th Street by the railroad track in Chico.
Oh, okay. Jalisco. All right. Best hiking spot. Are you a hiker?
Yeah.
Best hiking spot.
Well, last year I went up Lassen, kicked my butt, but I did it.
You did Lassen last year?
Oh, God.
We did too.
That was thrilling though, getting up there. But man, that is
Did you go to, how far did you go?
To the top.
You went to the peak? You saw the little...
Yeah. Yeah.
We did too.
Amazing. May have seen you up there, but no, I love that. But no, I'm normally a little more gentle hiking, but I do love to hike.
Okay.
It's meditative. And I do usually Sundays in Upper Park.
Okay. Yeah, Lassen it kicked our booty too. Our
good.
legs were jelly at the end of it.
I'm so glad it wasn't just me.
Oh, yeah. But it was cool getting up there. We went in June, I think, and there was snow still.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I would agree. Hiking spot, Lassen. Just be prepared for your legs to fall off. Best burger.
Burger.
Burger. What's that?
The Oasis.
Where is that?
It's an old bar in Chico.
Oh, okay. See, I need to familiarize myself more with Chico or with all the little pockets. You know, I know the things that I feel most everyone knows. But I'm getting more familiar. So, okay, the Oasis. All right, best local event.
Well, I love the Christmas parade here, but I would say Salmon Festival.
Salmon Festival, yeah, that one is a big draw, and it's so unique to this region.
Yeah, and we get to participate in it, so it's
yes.
real fun for us.
Yes. Are you going to have anything planned for this year's participation?
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
We're hoping for another project in Oroville. So.
Okay. All right. Best grocery store.
Winco.
Locally owned, family owned, right?
Really?
Locally owned, I think. I don't know. Winco, are you sponsoring this podcast? Employee owned.
Yeah, there you go, employee owned. So I guess that is
owned.
local.
Someone owned it that I knew we were happy about. Okay. Best breakfast.
Oh, goodness. I don't go out for breakfast very often.
That's a fair point.
I start early and make my own food. So
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Last one. This is a hard one. Best mural.
I can't answer that.
Do you have one that's most memorable? I guess the most recent one.
I think I just love the mural that we did on the side of the Diamond Hotel.
Oh, okay.
By the Raw Bar, showing the upper Chico Creek landscape, and that was our team that did it, my associates.
Wow.
So we invited the community in on that too, and it came
Very
out
cool.
beautiful.
How long did that one take?
Oh my goodness, it's on and off for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these aren't like quick projects.
No,
These are.
and that one is a bas relief. It's sculpted, so it's got the fish and stuff come out.
Okay, that's so cool. My
So
gosh.
notice that next time you go by there.
Yes.
It's really awesome.
Oh, I love it. Recently we were down, we went to the Napa light art walk that was down in Napa. We went with, she was on here again with Mrs. Ram, and they had a mosaic fountain that had water pouring out of it, and the way that they did it. And it was, I paid attention to it because I was like, oh, we just worked on all these mosaics. I was like, this must have taken years to get it together. So it makes me be able to appreciate that medium now. So, well, very good. So what is if you had a piece of advice as we're kind of wrapping things up, best advice that you could give to someone, either anyone watching? Most people watching are very loyal, local Butte County residents. We have some friends out of state, but what's a piece of advice you could give to someone watching?
Oh, goodness. I would say to try and find something in your life that you're passionate about.
Yeah. I love that. It's so simple, and sometimes the most simple things can be the most challenging because it takes a lot of trial and error sometimes.
You bet.
So I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Well, we are having this moment to claim your gold, to put your stake in the ground. What's some stuff coming up how can the community support the Rainforest Arts Project? What you guys are doing? Any projects that you're allowed to share about, or that you want to share about coming up? How do we get involved?
Well, you can go to our website,
Okay.
rainforestartproject.org.
Perfect.
And we have projects going in Chico right now. We've got large sculptures going at the entry of Park Avenue, and they're butterflies.
Oh,
So that's kind of going to be the new greeters to Chico.
Oh,
as
I
far
love
as
that.
art goes. We have projects that we would love to see initiated here in Oroville, because
Okay.
Oroville is just a joy to work with.
Oh.
They've been phenomenal.
Oh,
And
well.
So, yeah. So we're hoping that we get to work on another park here. And
Okay.
we've got some projects we're talking about with a sculpture, something to
Yes.
kind of pull the whole thing together from the walkway. Because coming up Montgomery, we get into this marvelous old part of our town
Yes.
that we're in now.
Yes.
And then what the city wants to do is really extend and create an inviting pedestrian pathway all the way across the bridge. And now the
yeah.
Rotary is doing a magnificent job of lighting that bridge.
Yeah.
And then going through our murals, and then so it really extends the whole reach of the community.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to do interpretive plaques, mosaic plaques that go with the bridge, that tells history and it explains the project that we just completed.
Very cool.
And some other art that will help really make that whole corridor very cohesive and conducive to pedestrian traffic.
Love that. So that's some exciting stuff coming up. Do you have a Facebook page or an Instagram type of?
I think they do out of San. Yes, James
Oh,
says.
good, he's got
James
it.
says yes. That's a.
You're like, that's somebody else.
It's a different department, and yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, we do things like that. That's our marketing department out of San Diego. So.
Okay, awesome. I love that. And so people can go to the website, follow on Facebook, Instagram, and find out what local events and things that are happening.
You bet.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Dan, so much
Thank
for
you.
being
It's
here.
been a pleasure.
Thank you. This has been so fun. I love talking with just local. I know it sounds like such a funny name, but like local influencers. Like I would consider you're someone who's making a huge impact on where you live, and like that's what we love highlighting here on the Hearts of Gold podcast.
Excellent.
So thank you so much
Thank you. It's
for
been a
having
real
a heart
pleasure.
of gold.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right. Yay. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. So go ahead.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
Dan Evers testing.
Done
Right.
that before. Okay, good. All right. Me? How about me?
Thank you, James. Through Italy and Spain and so on. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. We need bloopers anyway. Blooper, there's a blooper. Oh, my back just popped. Okay. Okay. If there were any my gosh. Let's start over again. Hey, you get out. Here we go.